should be fun.
Family don't end with blood.
I regret this already.
Hello? Not an idiot. See ya.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Give him the bits!
The bits! The bits!
The things I do for love.
I will never, ever turn my back on people who need me.
Cartoons.
What is that stench? It's fantastic. Hate. Double hate.
Loathe entirely. Cheer up, dude. It's Christmas.
This episode features themes of mild classism, LGBT topics, and some cute puppies, and Christmas. Merry Crisis.
Okay. Welcome back
Oh my god, we're recording.
to Why Should I Watch That?
Why should
I
watch that?
I need to get closer to the mic. This is going to be
Oh,
uncomfortable.
my mic is not pointed at me.
Yeah, we got spoiled last week and only had to look at the camera and vaguely talk into the void, and now we have a void tunnel to speak into, so...
Woo! I'm Myra.
I'm Sam.
I'm Jay.
No funny?
We're vibing today.
We're vibing today.
We are vibing. I need to not hold the mic like that.
Yay! So today.
Today!
We are discussing...
Today is gonna be the day that we discuss some shit.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. I don't know. Here we go.
Good thing I didn't try. No.
So maybe... You're good.
I'm trying to be good.
On the Grinch episode, you're trying to be good?
See, why is it that whenever you're trying to be good, my brain goes, I would like to have some chaos, please.
And the scary part is you said it just like the Grinch, which is the worst thing ever. I could just see her Grinchy little freaking face underneath the mask. The Grinch snare.
Oh my god.
I would like to have some Christmas, please.
No, chaos is better.
I would like to have some Christmas.
Ooh.
That was very good.
Yes, so today it's the day after Christmas.
We're publishing it the day after Christmas. That is correct.
I was gonna say, I have not opened a present from my parental units. This is a lie.
This is a falsehood. Are you trying to get on the naughty list, Myra?
This episode is airing the day after Christmas. So
you guys got some cool shit.
So Merry late Christmas.
Merry late Christmas. Happy late Hanukkah.
Actually, oh yeah, because Hanukkah and Christmas fall on the same day. That
is it?
No, Hanukkah has already happened. I think.
Is it also late Kwanzaa?
I don't know when Kwanzaa happens.
I thought Kwanzaa this year is the one that lands with Christmas.
I don't know. I know. Hanukkah fell on the same week as Christmas a year or two ago, and it was the first time in like a millennia or something.
Yeah. So Kwanzaa starts in the United States on December 26th this year.
So happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
So today is... this would be airing on the first day of Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa!
Because I know... Yeah, Hanukkah finished 2 days ago.
Oh, so.
Because it started on the 10th. And unsurprisingly, Trump gave his Christmas address on the first night of Hanukkah, as if we needed more anti-Semitism in the White House.
No, it's not.
We're not talking. I was just trying to make a holiday spiritual thing. You had to bring in the politics.
You had to bring in the Cheeto.
You had to bring in the Cheeto.
We only have like 30 more days of him. Can we just ignore him for a little while?
All I wanted to say was Merry late Christmas, Merry late Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, since it's just starting.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. It's who I am.
We know.
I know. But I'm trying to keep you on track today.
Post about it on TikTok.
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay, so
anyway, we're talking about the Grinch.
Yep.
Yeah, Grinch.
Not specifically the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the 2000 film, 2000
Live action film.
2000 live action film. Because in 2018 they made a new one, which sucked.
We don't talk about
We're not
that.
talking about that one.
We do not stand that studio.
We are talking about
Illumination can die. There are 2 incarnations that have rights.
We are talking about not the original, the animated film,
which has rights.
I can't remember when it came out, actually.
I can't remember when it came out, but I know that it was literally just like a gently animated version of the.
It's like a
book.
30-minute.
I know Dr. Seuss, the author, didn't want any of his stuff to like turn into like. It was a television special from 1996 or 1966. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know he didn't want any of his stuff to really get turned into a movie, but the very first rendition was probably the purest form of any kind of adaptation one could do, because it literally took the pages of the book and animated them with a voiceover. Yeah.
Yeah, so the book, and
then added the iconic "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" song.
Yeah. So, and now we have, the one we will be talking about is the live action
with
film.
Our boy.
With Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey!
Yay! We definitely need to put more Jim Carrey movies in our list.
I think The Mask should be there.
No, The Mask is there.
Oh, okay, good. The Mask is there or I walk. The Liar is also a pretty good
Ace
one.
Ventura? Liar is not on there, and neither is Ace Ventura.
Honestly, I can't think of another actor for our generation that has the same level of physicality. Robin Williams. Different kind of physicality, though.
But he's also not our generation.
You know what? Yeah, we did discuss that. You have rights. Fair.
But yes, so we're discussing The Grinch. So we're gonna start with Jay and doing our synopsis.
Sorry, I have something else pulled up. The audacity. It's also related to the podcast. The gumption. Yes, well. Alright. Alrighty, for How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000. Rejected by the Who's as a child and living in spiteful seclusion for most of his life, the Grinch has always hated the citizens of Whoville. That especially goes for Christmas with the Who's noise, phony sentiments, and wasteful materialism. When little Cindy Lou Who's attempt to transcend the festivities' empty commercialism by inviting the Grinch ends with his public humiliation, the Grinch hatches upon his supreme scheme to ruin Christmas. Cindy Lou Who becomes a great friend to the Grinch and stops the Grinch from destroying a wonderful holiday, and the Grinch is now welcome in Whoville. Well, that synopsis does not pull any punches. I think that is actually a fairly accurate synopsis for once. I mean, IMDb's got it where it's at. I don't know what else to say. Okay. So, the runtime is 1 hour and 50 minutes. You can watch it on Netflix with the subscription. You can also get it on YouTube, Google Play, Vudu, Amazon Prime, and iTunes for varying prices, although I would not recommend going to iTunes because it is significantly more expensive by a lot. What? Apple? Apple? Expensive? Who would have guessed? Who? Cindy Lou Who. Oh, it only got a 49 on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that we talk about that. Yeah, but the critics did not like it. Okay, the critics can go die in a hole. What? Neither did the people. Well, y'all are sleeping on this movie. So we've never discussed this before, but I feel like it's important to note. Maybe we should. We can. Okay, idea. Okay. After you finish your stuff, we come back to this. Okay. And it can be the start of discussions for the movie. Okay. Because I have words. I'm just gonna fucking hold on. Okay. So, more general info, continuing. Directed by Ron Howard. Produced by Brian Gazer and Ron Howard. Screenplay by Jeffrey Price and Peter S. Seaman. Continue, please. Based on How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss, the beloved author. Starring Jim Carrey, Jeffrey Tambor, Christine Baranski, Bill Irwin, Molly Shannon. Music by James Horner. Cinematography by Don Peterman. Edited by Dan Haley and Mike Hill. It's from Imagine Entertainment and Universal Studios. It was released on November 8th, 2000. And then the general distribution happened on November 17th, so it was a Thanksgiving release. It made back almost 3 times its budget.
Nice.
So its budget was $123 million. And its box office made $363.4 million. So well done, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So it was actually nominated for a small army of awards. And I think this is the first film that's actually been nominated for awards, maybe?
Yeah, at least
That
that we've seen.
At least
so
that
far.
we've noticed. If we missed...
Yeah, we probably have missed some. I
Probably.
cannot imagine Jumanji didn't win anything. For its CGI.
Maybe, okay, that's fair. So it won Best Makeup from the Oscar for Best Makeup, and it was nominated for some other things. It won Best Favorite Movie, Favorite Actor, and Best Villain from Kids' Choice Awards and MTV Movie Awards, all for Jim Carrey. Nominated for a whole bunch of other things, and then I don't know what the Saturn Awards are, but it won Best Music and Best Makeup. So
I will say, from someone who does makeup for cosplay a lot, that shit was...
it was real good.
Just as a viewer, keep in mind that every single scene Jim Carrey had to get that put on separately. This was not all shot in a day, it was shot over at least a year.
That and all the Who's had prosthetic noses and ears and
Teeth.
Yeah, I am not surprised whatsoever. Go ahead.
No, that was it for the
General.
awards and general info.
So,
Yeah, Myra.
fun little tidbits. Obviously, this is based on Dr. Seuss's book, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Okay, so it's based on the book, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which is a great classic. It's, I had the book information pulled up, and I lost it. I have read the book. I have read it because it's
a good book.
It's a good book. I can't say it's not. It's a good kid's book. It came out in 1957. It is still in print. I'm not making that mistake. It is still in print. It's still one of the most popular, still a very popular Dr. Seuss book. But I think in general, Dr. Seuss's book is like one of the more popular ones for kids. It is rated 90. It's got a 92% like in books, and it's rated 5 stars.
From where?
Target, Barnes & Noble, and Goodreaders.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, I mean, I think don't get me wrong, but I think if I'm not mistaken, almost everybody in this room has at least read it once when they were a child.
I read it multiple times.
I said at least once. I did read it multiple times. I love Dr. Seuss's books. They were actually one of the first ones that I used to learn to read, so yay. So little fun tidbits. Most of the things I noticed is little nuances here or there. Is you have a girl who's dressed like a reindeer who gets hit by a car, which I think is pretty funny. You also have a cop who has a hat with a donut, Coffee and Donut, which also happens to be one of Ron Howard's siblings.
Oh.
Him and his two brothers were actually background characters in the film as a dedication to their mom.
Why? Like, not that sounds very calloused and cold.
I
was
just
it
know, like, I didn't read the full article, but I
okay.
just know they did that for their mom.
That's sweet.
That's really sweet.
That's right. Yeah.
They and actually, I thought it was. So I looked into it while we were watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where the adults are having a party and they're all dumping their keys into a fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that meant no drinking and driving.
Mm-hmm. Which, if we're going to talk about alcohol in a kid's movie, let's talk about it being responsible.
Yeah, so no, that's actually not what that meant.
Oh, what?
What? Wait.
It was a swingers party.
Oh, fuck you. It was not.
No.
Oh, fuck. I gotta go.
That is not the good wholesome content I signed up for.
So Ron Howard and Jim Carrey both had agreed that they were going to try to tone down adult jokes in this film because it was a child's film, but the studio gave them pushback and wanted some adult jokes in there.
I mean, at the very least, it was done tastefully.
Yes, it was done to the point that me as an adult, until I looked that up, I seriously thought they were talking about no drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, obviously you have the whole cheating situation with the baby coming and being dropped off by the stork, and it's...
It looks just like your boss.
The husband comes out, and it looks just like your boss. You know, that obviously is not a joke a child would get.
Uh-huh.
But I like that they did it very tastefully. There's other different hairstyles and things throughout the film that represent different things. You have, which is not, I know it's not an Advent wreath, but me and Sam agree that it looks very much like an Advent wreath, what this girl is wearing. You have a guy who's dressed like a gingerbread man. You have the cowboy. The cowboy looks funny as heck.
He was so... Jay pointed him out when we were watching it together.
Oh my god.
I literally died.
I thought that this is the gingerbread dude, right?
Yeah.
I did.
No,
No,
this
the
was
cowboy.
the cowboy.
Okay, the cowboy was also a fucking ride. Yeehaw, all the way to Christmas Town.
Oh no. I just
You
thought
had-
the song. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
You also have a girl who looks like she has music notes and a keyboard on her dress, and her hair looks like the organ pipe of the pipe of an organ piano.
So no.
don't
So
know
it
how
would
to
be
say
the
it.
pipes of an organ.
Yes, thank you. I just didn't know how to say it.
No, you're good. That's something I just...
And
No.
then you have another guy who has all these different keys on his outfit and then has like the end of a key on his head. So little things like that are pretty cool. And there's a scene where Jim Carrey, or the Grinch, yanks off the tablecloth off of the table. So in script, he yanks it off and everything's supposed to fall over. When Jim Carrey literally did that, nothing fell. It was not staged. That's exactly what happened.
Oh my god.
So Jim Carrey got pissed off and knocked the shit over.
That's even better. I mean...
Oh my god.
I love that man so much.
Yeah. He was like, oh, this wasn't supposed to happen. And they kept that in film, which I think is great.
For me, it adds another level of characterization of
The Grinch.
the Grinch. Like, keep going. Sorry, I'll save that for...
But yeah, so it's little things like that, little nuances that you just don't see as a kid. And another fun one is Jim Carrey, I bet you pissed off the makeup team a lot. Because on the scene when he's apologizing, he bites the mayor's nose off like 3 times.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I'm sure the poor makeup team with their spirit gum just like aggressively like, listen, Jim,
We love you.
We love you.
Good guy. Please keep your mouth to yourself.
So, yeah, that's my little fun tidbits. Which, I mean, I think it's hilarious. Like, he just goes up to someone and goes, bang!
So.
And they caught it on film, too.
Okay, so before we jump into the actual discussion, I have a fun fact.
Ooh.
Whenever we do live action things that actually have pets in them, I really like looking into the trainers and shit. And my dumbass, while we were watching the movie earlier, went, "Wow, it must be nice working with dogs versus cats. You can teach a dog so many things. They probably only had to use like one." I was wrong. So before I go into the actual details of each dog, because they have little bios for each dog, and I'm gonna fucking read them.
That's so cute.
The person who was hired to find all of the dogs, their name is Schumacher. They were hired to do all of the pet stuff, and they actually adopted the dogs from a shelter and used them in the film with the stipulation that they would be adopted out after filming. And this is a common practice that this person uses when doing films and stuff. So there were 6 dogs that were used to play Max, and all 6 of them were adopted by cast and crew from the Grinch movie.
That's awesome.
That's so
Yeah.
pure.
So on set we had the 2 lead dogs, Kelly and Chip, with Kelly doing most of the stunts, and 4 others, Topsy, Stella, Zelda, and Bo. Topsy was the resident scratcher, while Zelda was trained to scoot in a sitting position. She struts her stuff in the film when Max is forced to smooch the materialistic mayor of Whoville and then scoots off in disgust. Bo's special trick was pulling the sleigh, and Stella's was to speak and back up. Schumacher spent 3.5 months practicing with the animals prior to filming to perfect their stunts and acclimate them to the set environment. And there was another thing that I saw in here. In order to make sure that the dogs weren't afraid of any of the actors with their prosthetics on and full makeup, they were monitored and desensitized prior to even starting filming to get them used to the idea of being around people in heavy makeup, to get them used to being around a dude that's green. And they took every possible step to make sure those dogs were happy, healthy, and okay.
Oh.
It was really, it's really sweet. The dogs, along with the cat, the one cat that we see, a lot of the scenes that you see them in the film, they're kind of being used in what you would consider a rough way. Mm-hmm. But the behind the scenes team kind of talked through how they did that in real world, in real time. All of the actions were done at a very slow pace, but done in a way that could be sped up to be believable. Oh. So there's a scene where the actual white cat jumps at Jim Carrey's face, and on film you think that cat lunged, okay? Like even if it was a little fake or if they used like a stuffed animal or something in its place,
a puppet, something
jumped. It turns out what actually was happening, Jim Carrey was laying flat on the ground with the camera in a position that it looked like he wasn't. And the trainer for the cat, which was different from the dogs and isn't in this article, gently put her down into his hands. And then he gently lowered her down. And then they called cut, and her handler picked her back up and took her home.
What a girl!
Yeah, and it was really sweet. And all of the scenes that you see the dogs in, where they're like, there's one where he bites the Grinch's butt and he kind of wiggles around a lot. That was also sped up, but they sped it up to a normal pace and then put the dub over it, thus giving the illusion of it being at a normal pace. But none of the dogs were ever in any risk of being hurt, and I really like that they took that into account. And that they were rescues. That's really sweet.
It's really sweet. You don't hear a lot about dogs getting rescued and then put into the movies.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of the times it's these specialty animals that are bred and trained for movie stunts and films and to be film animals.
Yeah.
That's so sweet that they're rescued, and my heart, it grew 3 times.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I've got. I wanted to have a little bit of a puppy powwow.
So aside from anti-consumerism and capitalism propaganda, which I'm here for, there's elements of spirituality, of course. There's the queer coding of the Grinch, which we'll get into. I think that's it. You know,
family.
And family, yeah.
The major theme is family. Like
family
the whole
and
time is family.
The true meaning of Christmas.
I think.
I said that with air quotes, but
yeah. I mean,
but
it's
there's
more
no reason.
family.
Yeah.
But you want to discuss the fact that it got bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So I have a theory.
I would really like to hear it because this is mind-boggling to me.
It's beloved.
So no, when it came out, it hit the box office and it made like $345 million.
Yeah.
So it was a film that hit off. What I think is happening though is the reason it has such bad reviews is if we could look at the review, if the reviews are current or not.
I mean, they're 949,000 reviews, so.
The reason I say that is because for some forsaken reason, the newer generation fell in love with the 2018 film.
Bad taste.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
And
that's not very plus ultra of you.
Because if you look at all the 5-star reviews, I think honestly the reason.
But these are what did you object to?
What did they say?
They're literally they said that the makeup was good, but Jim Carrey is at his worst. And hard disagree.
Alec B, you're wrong, super reviewer.
Have you ever seen like some of Jim Carrey? That's like one of his best works.
Yeah, I will admit he was a little bit more.
Kid Grinch scared me, especially when he shaved.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean, rest in peace to the kid who played the Kid Grinch, because he died 2 years after the film was made.
Oh.
And the kid literally looked like that though.
Yeah.
Like.
He's just objecting to plot points.
Also, like, it's the Grinch. Nothing changed.
Wait, did he say spoiler? He doesn't give it back.
No, he does give it back.
For those of you who aren't looking, this literally says, Kid Grinch always scared me, especially when he shaved. Spoiler: he does steal Christmas. Spoiler: he does give it back. But they were honestly asking for it with their stupid freaking hair. I don't like it when he eats the glass. I prefer he stopped that. Jim's face just kind of does that. I don't like that he can do that. I prefer he stopped. Lewis N., I like that your comment was so, like, well put together, but, like, can you kind of stop?
I'm sorry.
I would prefer that you stop.
I'm sorry you don't have taste, sir.
I'm sorry.
But 1-star review.
Hold on. Myra, say what you're going to say.
I just think, I'm sorry, that the Kid Grinch scared you. Fuck, the Grinch scared everybody. That was the point!
That was the fucking point! Okay. There's another one.
Terrible movie. No reason to make this a live-action film. Costumes, makeup, and sets looked horrible. Stick to the animated movie. Do not waste your time with this terrible film.
Wait. Are we talking 2018 animated movie or 1966 animated movie?
No, they wouldn't have mentioned costumes and makeup if they were talking about the other one.
No. They said stick to the animated film.
Oh, that's fair.
No, but this
review was put in 2020. Are they talking 2018 animated film?
I don't want to admit that 2018 Grinch is going into the same must not be named category as you know what.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. But no.
Wait. This half-star review gets real fast.
Daniel S., we're about to call you the fuck out.
It was posted on October 31st.
August
31st. Jim Carrey I don't want this.
What?
Why Jim Carrey I don't want this.
No
You know this is
punctuation.
gonna have to become a new segment
I
to
fucking
our
hope so. This is actually
our
kind of
show.
awesome.
No, I'm sorry. Can we go back? I'm just a little affronted on the whole go back to the animated film. Can we reply to them and ask them?
You can't reply, I don't think. You can flag them.
I just want to ask them.
I'm not logging. I'm not
No,
making
don't
an account.
make an account.
Jesus Christ.
No, don't do that.
If your name on Rotten Tomatoes is Boojid J, we have questions for you. And it's mainly who hurt you.
No, my question
We
is,
can-
what fucking animated film are you talking about? I'll give you credit if it's the 1966 version. If you tell me it's the 2018, go and bury your head in the
You can
sand.
catch these hands, sir.
Go bury your
Also,
head in the
I'm
sand because
sorry.
you have no taste.
Also, I'm sorry, for a live-action version of a beloved cartoon, they did a bomb-ass job. They could have done so worse. Where have you been the last, 7 decades? We
How
fuck up
old are
tons
you?
of things.
Often insufferable remake that falters every time it deviates from the book. I mean,
duh.
Shot Steve D. I don't know.
I would
D.
kind of agree. The exoskeleton of the B plot kind of thing, I love this girl from the village. I could have done without it, but I feel like it did. It served a purpose because it wasn't the original runtime of the first movie 40 minutes max.
Not even. It was a
30
TV special.
It was 30 minutes because the book itself
It's short.
is
It's a kid's
short.
book.
And like I said when we were watching the movie,
Can I swear?
the whole film is the whole book is literally the last 30 minutes of the
Yeah.
film.
I mean, they needed to pad that with something.
Yeah, and the fact that I personally would give this movie, I would give this movie more props. I understand that they took the book and added things that were not in the book, but so did the animated film.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. Because I think let me pull up the book.
Also, Bernard Cumberhooch is just a terrible actor choice. I'm sorry.
While you do that, I think it's a little offensive to try and say that nothing that they added was good because they did such a bomb-ass job blending what you would expect of Whoville into the real world. No amount of bullshit can no amount of plot choices can take away from that. Even if you don't like the way that the plot worked, even down to the clouds in the sky, it felt like you were in Whoville while watching that. They did good. Point.
Hey guys, welcome to the mid-roll. I ain't got too much for you. Merry Christmas. This episode should be coming out just on Christmas Day, so we should be, set up for a good, holiday. And we've got cool things lined up for the end of the year as well. So, we're looking forward to that. The only thing I really have for you guys today is I was going to say introducing the winners of the guesses this week, but Sam made this abomination of a blend between the main girl from Mean Girls, I've forgotten her name, and the actual answer of this week. So unfortunately, you didn't get it right this week, but I'm giving you extra brownie points because you've gotten it right pretty much every other week, and I forgot that this was part of my job. So, points for you, but it was not Mean Girls. It was actually the Grinch, obviously. So, we'll be putting out a new hint on our socials within the next couple days, so keep an eye out for that, and enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye-bye.
I don't believe that quote. Matthew B.
I'm sorry.
My brother? Am I gonna have to fight my fucking brother?
I mean...
My good brother?
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find something a little closer to release date other than 2014.
So the thing with the deviating from plot, even the animated film deviated from the plot because the animated film put Cindy Lou Who more in the story
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does, in the book, he does run into Cindy Lou Who, and, you know, gives her his spew. But then even in the animated film, they have this, she's in the sleigh sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's with him at the end of the thing. You never, technically in the book, you never see Cindy Lou Who again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just that one moment. And the Grinch comes to the realization of what Christmas means on his own.
I think having the more personalized touch with Cindy Lou Who
I think
made the story better.
I think Cindy Lou Who
Well,
made it more relevant to kids.
Yeah,
made that
That's
connection with the kids, because the Grinch, you have this connection for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see the feel, here we go. That's what I'm trying to say. The feel of the film is the Grinch is an adult who at this point is like, why the fuck do I care about Christmas? All it is I have to buy gifts for people. I have to do this. Nobody's grateful. It's all awful. And then you have this little young child who still believes in Santa, who is...
Santa's real, by the way, in this film. We see Santa just vibing, dropping off presents, doing his thing.
So you have this little girl who still believes in Santa, but she doesn't feel Christmas. She doesn't feel like this is a Christmas feeling.
I thought that was some fucked up thing on your phone. Please never do that again.
Yeah. I'm just ignoring that happened.
Yeah. That's scary.
But you have this little girl who, in general, is having this same essence. Is she okay?
I'm ignoring her. Go ahead.
Keep going.
She's having this existential crisis of going, why am I not excited about Christmas like I should be? And because she's coming to that realization of, I feel like it's this transitioning of becoming an adult and realizing Christmas is not about the toys. It's not about everything that I get. It's, why is my family ignoring me?
Yeah. Okay. So, 2 quick things I would like to build off of. 1, I agree that Cindy Lou Who being more involved in the story did definitely help the plot that needed to get added in. However, in some scenes, it was a little weird that the Grinch was hanging out with a little girl so much. And not in like, we're not going into it in a kind of way. It didn't have the same vibes as like fucking the witches.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, it didn't have the same vibe as Hocus Pocus.
No. It was just kind of odd.
I would like to raise you. What if it was her brothers?
If it was a little boy instead of Cindy Lou Who?
No, the brothers. They're a little older. They're kind of rambunctious, but they still see the joy in Christmas. Their characters we know next to nothing about. Cindy Lou Who could continue to be this, like, precious little baby Christmas angel.
So if it was the brothers who pushed along the story, not...
I think that would have made more sense.
It would, or at the very least, it would have been a little bit more of a spin. That's number 1. But
I could see it, but
it would need more reworking. A lot of the story would have to be tweaked
yes,
down.
I was going to say, if we keep the characters the way they are, I don't think it would work, because the way they act, they didn't give a fuck about anything.
Right, and I think that's exactly why they are the perfect main secondary characters for him, because they had room to grow too.
Instead of being like, I'm perfect.
And no, Cindy Lou, they gave her a reason to grow, but I kind of liked how in the original story she's just this wide-eyed child who's so excited for Christmas. I feel like that role was assigned to the entire town. I would have really preferred to continue to see it on one main face as well as reflected in the town.
Okay.
I think making her such a pivotal point and kind of making her a little more muddled and confused about Christmas kind of took that and forced the entire town to feel more childlike. Which isn't a bad thing, per se. It's just a note.
There's a lot of reviews from 2011. I don't know why.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. But
it was the 10-year anniversary.
Okay, hold on. Click it again. Do me a favor. Go into the URL at the very end. /page, PAGE, See if it works. Cool. So select 2. Or sorry, go back. Go back to type. Double click. Go to 0. No, just 2 0. Keep adding zeros until it tells you this page cannot be found. You get to the end. I didn't say 2 zeros, but it worked. Oh, it didn't pull it up.
Oh, I think it's the same page.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, back up twice, so go back to where you were. Maybe. Anyway, so that's my first pitch. My second pitch.
Oh, we're back at the. I'm not doing that again.
Sorry. I didn't mean to fuck it up.
No, it's fine. A lot of the reviews from 2011 said that they liked the original better, which means they're talking about the 1966 version, which
I mean,
I can see.
The 1966, I'm not hating on the 1966 version.
Oh, God,
I think
no.
that 1966 version did exactly what it needed to do. It told the story the way it was written by Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, this film it still is being told because a lot of the narration by Anthony Hopkins, which I think he did a great job.
Oh, yes.
Is literally...
Wait. Anthony Hopkins. He's the same guy who played Hannibal Lecter, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're nodding like you don't know who that is. Yeah, okay, hold on.
I know. Don't bother. I know who Hannibal Lecter is.
Yeah, he knows who Hannibal Lecter
I don't know
is.
who the guy is.
He doesn't know who Anthony...
Hannibal Lecter is the dude who has a show about him eating people.
No.
There's a
from
movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, whatever. Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine.
But yes, it is Hannibal. He is Hannibal Lecter. But he did a great job because you feel like he's reading page by page by page of the book. Yes, they added this in between from the opening scene to further down into the story, but it gives you an understanding of...
It's an old guy.
It gives you this feel of why the Grinch dislikes Christmas. Because at first, he's forced to like it by his adoptive mothers. He's forced to like it because he was not... Yes, he was adopted by 2 women, which I am very proud of the studio for allowing it. And not making it feel like this awkward thing that just they had to... It wasn't like oh, look at them sort of deal. The Grinch was different not because he had 2 moms. The Grinch was different because he was different. Yes.
So, this brings me around. This gives me a good segue to say my other thing. Because, you're right, the Grinch does hate Christmas. I would have liked to see the movie where a bunch of Grinches took over Whoville.
Because where does the Grinch come from?
We'll get into that in a second. I have a theory. So there is a pre-existing theory that the Whos live on a dot, just like in Horton Hears a Who. Okay, so my theory is there are multiple dots in this universe of Who, and the Grinch was meant to go to the Grinch dot.
Oh.
And they said that there were some bad storm winds, and he was supposed to go to the Grinch one with a bunch of Grinch babies, where there's glass for days, and instead got blown into Whoville.
Oh, see, mine's a lot more bland. Go
ahead.
Well, no, it just means that the Grinch exists on the same dot of Horton Hears a Who, and Horton is hypothetically interacting with the Grinch.
Yeah,
which
probably,
just
maybe.
means the whole Dr. Seuss verse is connected. I don't know.
Well, yeah. No, it is. I mean, in the film, you have...
I'm sorry, the eye contact was really intense.
Sorry. No, in the film, when they're cutting up the ham and stuff, it's green ham and eggs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. They're all connected. It's all one big bullshit. Okay, so we have established now that in this hypothetical that there are multiple Grinches somewhere.
Sure.
And you know what a lot of depressed millennials just super aren't into anymore? Christmas. I said Christmas. You said something else. Christmas.
That's true.
So, I would like to see someone do a reboot where you flip the script, and just before the Grinch, his heart grows, or just before he decides to go fuck up Whoville, a bunch of other fucking Grinches descend from the sky and go, fuck your Christmas! And have free Halloween!
I have a thought. Let me have my thought. You can, okay. The Grinch happens upon Halloween Town.
And settles right the
And
fuck
settles
in.
right the fuck in. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
My theory. So, in the film, there is a statue of Horton.
Oh.
Yes.
The original?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the animated film.
Okay.
Not in the animated film. In the live action, there's a statue of Horton.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
So, obviously an homage to Horton Hears a Who.
Uh-huh.
So, my theory, Horton Hears a Who. All the Who's in the little Who town of Whoville on this little dot. In the speck of the speck of the speck.
Sure.
As they say in the movie. Or inside the snowflake or whatever.
Yeah.
My theory.
Dandelion.
Yeah.
No, he puts the dot on the dandelion.
Go ahead.
The
I was trying to help. It didn't work.
the Grinches come from a town. So from a town. Whoville is Whoville. There's gonna be.
Okay, so you're saying there's a whole world.
Yes.
And he just was.
He was misplaced. So you know how we talked about last time with Halloween Town, how Christmas is all Christmas. What a coincidence that this whole fucking town is on a snowflake, because it's not on the dandelion. This was on a snowflake. This whole town is just specifically about Christmas. Yeah, it says on Labor Day they do whatever, and Thanksgiving they call it something else, but they Thanksgiving turkey. They eat their turkey day. They call it Turkey Day. But Christmas, because they live on this freaking snowflake, is the biggest thing ever.
Sure.
So the Grinch comes from the town that is strictly always celebrates Halloween, or they are of something similar.
I was just gonna fucking say that. I'm so glad you got to that. Okay, so literally what we're doing is we're mashing together.
So basically we've turned How the Grinch Stole Christmas into Halloween Town, or into The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I can say my thought, and it's even better now. This movie and franchise, I will even raise you. No,
it's not a franchise.
The Grinch is a franchise, and you can fight me on this hill.
Alright, fine.
I have Grinch wrapping paper. You just opened a present through it. That's a franchise.
Well.
Okay, so, but I'm going to rescind this live-action movie in particular is literally what if Megamind was green, actually evil, and got sent to Halloween Town via Christmas.
Oh my god, he got sent to Christmas Town!
Because literally he's just really, really grumpy, really, really evil, doesn't have a talking sidekick, and is awkwardly smart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, can we talk about... that's the thing I was going to say during your Easter eggs. The Grinch is a genius.
Oh yeah, he's
a fucking genius. And I don't mean that, like, in the hyperbolic sense. The man literally engineers everything that's in that cave.
Yeah.
He makes everything.
I think it's important to kind of note that in the live-action movie, their town is set in this, like, pseudo-50s kind of era. Everything is very old technology.
Yes.
If at all, technology.
The most fancy technology we see is whatever her... Martha,
dump truck in the flash. Here comes the cutie squad.
Oh my god.
Martha May.
And her, like, automatic, borderline, strap-on euphemism light machine.
Yeah, and that seems like something that the 50s would spit out to be like, look at this cool thing! Forget about all the people it's killed! Look at it! Look at it!
Yeah.
Lawn darts were a toy back then!
Yikes.
They're literally massive darts that you chuck up into the air and hope don't kill your kids! Because they were a kid's toy.
Oh.
They killed kids. My dad almost played with some. He didn't. His
Thank
friends did, though. They have one less brother.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so it has that same vibe of, like, this is totally safe technology. Don't even worry about it. Just think of the futuristic aspects.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, the cave tech is like 80s, 90s technology.
Yeah, so the...
He has a wristband. Sorry.
Yes. No, yeah. No, I agree. The Grinch has definitely got more advanced
Mm-hmm.
and is more... And I think that also affects how he sees Christmas.
That affects how he sees a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like the way that we saw the Grinch adaptation in this movie, everything around him is stunted. So it would be like if us got sent back 80 years, but then got our memory erased. So it's like, I know that my life could be better than this, but I can't really figure out why. I have a feeling I wouldn't have to be doing the things that we're doing right now, but like, why though? And you just kind of, well,
I'm grumpy.
electricity seems chill. Let me see what I can fuck around with.
Yeah.
And if you were left alone in a cave for long enough, you would come up with all of the creature comforts around you, eventually.
Yeah, because he literally has a lounge chair, a
He has an
voicemail,
X-ray machine.
an
Portable
a
X-ray
portable
machine.
X-ray machine,
Which is definitely safe.
super safe.
He has everything.
He has everything. Electric lights.
He makes a sleigh that hovers in place. He makes a hover sleigh
In 40 hours.
in 40 hours.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Out of trash!
Out of garbage.
Out of garbage. The Grinch is the epitome of what happens if you leave a bored, smart kid alone.
Yeah, literally.
And it's also another commentary of the fact that he can build all of this stuff from all the usable things the Who's are throwing away.
Oh my god, yes.
It is
I mean,
whole ass conversation on how we deal with our society.
that right there, just how wasteful the society is.
Yeah.
That is the commentary on how wasteful society is today, even. Because
I mean,
we try to be... I know that we are green. We try to recycle where we can. We try to, do as much green and things like that. We can save something. Like today, we opened our gifts today as friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we did our gift exchange. And like some stuff that we're like, don't throw away that paper. I can reuse it. It's like,
Hey, do you want this box?
yeah, like, do you want this box? Can you reuse it? Like,
Right. But there's also this element of personalization of responsibility that the corporations of America specifically, I don't know how it is in other countries, but definitely within America, there's this element of personalization of responsibility. And it's why the whole let's get rid of plastic straws happened. And personally, I think it's very dumb. Because plastic straws, well, yes, they're bad for the environment, provide a very useful thing for disabled persons.
Yeah, also, there's a thing, I don't have the actual statistics pulled up, but North America over the past 40 years, I think, we have become, or at the very least America and I think most of Canada, have become one of the most green nations as far as actual plastic waste.
Oh,
not food waste, nothing else.
Carbon emissions.
We're talking carbon emissions and plastic right now. If we're going to talk about the straws, a lot of those wastes come from the East. Specifically China. I'm looking at you, China. Just shit together. Literally. So it doesn't matter. America is already doing so fucking good at getting rid of plastics in a safe way that doesn't get to the oceans. We're not really a big issue. Us getting rid of straws is really just making it harder on us and our population that needs them.
Right.
No, in on that aspect I agree. But I think looking at the time that this film was made.
God,
this
no,
was 2000.
We went on a tangent.
You guys.
Completely
That's why I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you back because I think we're thinking of as of right now, and I'm thinking 2000s. We were not doing
2000s.
I was 5.
I was
7.
I was 10.
Are you that much older than me?
I'm 3 years older than you, dude.
I don't like it.
I'm so baby in this room.
Yeah, no, so I was 10. So at the time, knowing when this film came out and seeing that really makes you see the wastefulness. Even the last scene when Cindy goes out to shoot, you see all that extra wrapping. They just wrapped the gifts.
Yeah.
And all this trash of just wrapping paper that they could have used in other stuff. So
Right, and oh, go ahead.
that to me is like it brought it out to light on how wasteful we are at the time. Because in the in the 90s and early 2000s, we weren't paying as much
Right.
attention to the plastic waste that we were doing.
Well, even the hazardous waste that we were doing, because
Yeah.
that was, I think, in the early 2000s is when we really upped our game on like
Disposals of hazards.
disposal of hazardous waste.
Fun fact. When the dog carried away the hazardous waste bag, the Grinch actually had stuff in it when he had carried his away, and the dog's was just a plastic hazard bag filled with other smaller plastic bags.
Aww.
So that it looked just as full.
But yeah, so the Grinch and Max literally carry away 2 bags of hazardous waste, and they're not packaged any differently beyond a label, and they're just thrown in with the rest of the garbage that leads to the Grinch's dump.
Yeah, I think a lot of the critique that we would be able to give right now is kind of skewed just because of how we were able to see the world right now.
Yeah. I think on that...
Oh, for sure.
I think on that aspect, I think it was a good way to put that out there for people to be like, wait, is that real? Because even in the film, he goes, this is what it's all about. It's about presents. And then you go, and you know where all that ends up? With me. Because you throw it all away.
Right.
It's all garbage to you.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing the beauty and the
possibility.
the possibility with reusing things.
Right.
Like even if we go back to the straws, yes, plastic straws are necessary for those people who unfortunately cannot use metal straws.
Metal straws, or even sip out of a cup.
Yeah.
Or a bottle.
Or a bottle. So I think as far as getting rid of straws, I think they're necessary to get rid of in certain aspects. Like you and I don't need them right now, so a metal straw won't hurt us.
Or even the Starbucks lids. The
I think
lids.
in that vein, instead of legally getting rid of them, encouraging individuals to own them instead. And
Yes.
I think unfortunately, living in the capitalist society that we do, instead of using a marketing ploy of help save the turtles, you're gonna get all of the hippies and all of the really young white girls on your side real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
it'll be easy catch, but you're not gonna get the whole market. What you do is make them a fashion statement, make them a staple, make them bougie, make
And I
them
think
excess.
They started.
They've started.
They
And I
started
think that's the
making
right
them
direction to
more
go in.
bougie.
Yeah, they
more
moved away
bougie.
from Save the Sea Turtles.
Save the sea turtles, and they've made them more accessible everywhere.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you can buy them anywhere now.
But going back to point of how consumerism within the movie, the Grinch gets mocked for his beautiful homemade angel.
Yes.
It's a good looking
Yeah, but
angel.
kids are just evil.
No, kids are evil, but like it's also
even
another.
the teacher. No, even the teacher freaking laughs. And
Yeah,
that.
but all of the adults in that town are kids.
But it
Go ahead.
also provides another commentary of how
he
in order
didn't
to be
buy
with-
it.
Yeah, you didn't buy it, so it's not of value.
Yes, and not just that. It's I think the fact of it is because people are like, what particularly the mayor.
Uh-huh.
You can see he's very a materialistic person.
Oh, God,
Right,
yeah.
and he
And-
sets the tone for the whole movie.
He sets the tone for everybody, and like the whole why haven't you done this and why haven't you done that, and you shouldn't be talking about the Grinch. And the fact that he's the first one to go, look at that half-ass angel he made. But because nobody laughed, everybody was looking at the angel. Even Martha was like, what a pretty angel.
Like, you
and then
made that?
he says that, and the rest of the class flips.
Well, that's because he's a bully.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So we're switching gears a little bit. Just have a little bit of a lead-in. Go ahead.
The queer coding of the Grinch is something I didn't pick up on. I don't remember where I read it. But rewatching it now, it's an argument could definitely be made.
At the very least, the othering of the Grinch.
The othering of the Grinch, for sure. First, like, he's, from the very beginning, denoted as other, like, just from his physical appearance and everything else. But even a lot of gay kids know they're different. An element of them is different from what would you put them at? Like 5th grade-ish? In that movie?
I guess, yeah, about 4th, 5th.
4th, 5th?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4th, because 4th is just a bad grade to be in.
Yikes.
You're neither on the precipice of middle school, nor are you in the peak of elementary school. You are just cognizant enough to know that life kind of sucks, and you're just kind of stuck there for a little bit.
Sure. And so, I won't say most, but there is a large portion of the gay community that realizes that they're not, there's something different going on. And
something has changed within me. Something is not the same. Done.
God, Indina Menzel singing coming out songs since 2001.
God, if only Frozen was allowed to do that. If only they had a little bit of a fucking track record of... Never mind.
Anyway. And a lot of gay people feel detached from religion because it's literally used as a weapon against them. There's even an argument between Cindy and the mayor, where the mayor's like, well, in our Bible, it says this. And Cindy's like, but doesn't it also say this, where we should, like, fucking love each other and shit? And the mayor's like, well, I don't want the Grinch here, so it says this. And she's like, well, what page does it say that on?
He's making up the rules of society as he goes along. God, it's almost like that's how society works. Because everyone else believed him. And so we have the Book of Who weaponized against the Grinch. And this isn't yours, right? No, I didn't think so, but I immediately doubted myself upon touching it. And it's an interesting take to look at of just the Grinch maybe being just a non-binary icon. I know that these are my words, but hearing them again, I wasn't ready. He puts the fucking dress on later in the film, and kilt. He goes, "It's a kilt!" Rips it off, and he's got a fucking thigh garter on. Like, can you make up your mind, please? Please don't spit all over our fancy equipment. No, I contained it. I contained it. I started speaking, I heard you go, and I went, no! Anyway, I agree. Like at the very least, the othering of the Grinch could stand in for a lot of things. Yeah. Just the way that he carries himself like a sad, depressed millennial just makes me agree with the vibe of the sad gay cousin. The sad gay. Oh, hello. The sad gay cousin who has fallen away from whatever family religion is established in the house. Yeah. I could definitely see it being read that way for sure. And that makes Cindy Lou Who the Gen Z stand-in. She's fucking sitting on top of the sleigh at the very end of the movie, like, hey man, I don't really give two shits about whether I live or die, but how are you doing? Like, I could totally fall off this cliff at any moment, but I'm just here to check on you. Hey, it's kind of snowy. Is everything okay? I feel like everything's moving. Whatever. Are you okay, Mr. Grinch? You're standing out here in the snow an awful lot. Yeah.
Right, do you have any socks, maybe? Maybe
His
a
socks
coat?
ran away.
His socks ran away.
His
We've
socks.
established this.
They don't know that.
The Grinch too. Grinch gets a washing machine.
My thing is,
uh-huh.
now that we're talking about the runaway socks,
Mhm.
that is a great scene. That
Oh my God,
the
yeah.
way the props and everything that they did, changing the segue into another section.
Yes.
The props in this film,
Oh my God.
I mean,
Chef's
they,
kiss.
yes, because
Jinx.
they made you feel like you're in an entirely different world. Like,
100%.
put aside that this is literally a creation of one man's ingenious brain,
Mhm.
because Dr. Seuss literally gave us the blueprints to this.
Uh-huh.
The fact that they were able to put Dr. Seuss's world in this, because his world is literally curves and twists and everything, and we're able to make it and not just stick with like, oh, the buildings twist a little funny, but you have your hair, you have the buildings, you
Right.
have the telephone, you have the refrigerator, you have everything,
Down
the
to the
pencil.
Down to the
Oh my God, yes, down to the fucking pencil.
the pencil, even the paper itself was
Not
distinctly Seussian.
yes.
Yeah, everything in that world was so well chosen. And I know that some of the pencils are very, like, I guess broken looking. Like, they go left, right, up, down kind of shit. There's a brand of pencil that you can get at, like, prank stores. They do that. But just even knowing that, even my brain being able to supply that knowledge, I could not pick it out immediately upon sight. I went, whoa, that's a Dr. Seuss looking ass pencil. And then after seeing it for a couple seconds, I went, hey, I think this. And just the fact that it fit in so well that my hyper-specific brain didn't pick it up immediately, I like being tricked.
Yeah, it's
hard to get me on that shit, and it got me for a couple seconds.
down to the ornaments on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, the Christmas tree ornaments, the lights. Like,
Mhm.
yes, they look like you put them on, like, every year on your house. But the way they're put on there, they still look unique.
Yeah.
The clouds.
Oh my God, the clouds.
The clouds were so good.
The clouds look like clouds, but they look like Dr. Seuss's clouds.
Yeah, it's like they look like normal clouds, but every so often one will just like curl up and over and through, and it's like, now that a cloud doesn't do that, but you only would know if you were looking for it. Like at like a glance, it's just a sky. But it's enough to tie even that into the world. It's so weird that they put that level of detail.
The set design, there's a film term for it. I don't remember it, but like, is it
The
production design?
I guess production, yeah.
And the production, and even the animatronics?
Animatronics.
Thank you. Because you have the baby
Grinch.
Yes.
Grinch, and that is a robot.
No, not
That's a
toddler school Grinch.
Uh-huh.
Baby Grinch.
Baby Grinch.
I will say
The one that goes, Santa. Bye-bye.
I will say it fell, that specific scene fell a little bit into the Uncanny Valley with me.
Yeah.
But like in a good way almost. Like, and it's weird to say, but I don't feel like a baby Grinch should fit into this realm of like
Cute,
possibility.
soft curves.
No, like I feel like the baby Grinch should be looking at a demon.
Yeah.
It shouldn't feel natural or good. So it felt forgivable, I guess. And this might just be age. I know that animatronics and like technology and stuff have evolved since, but like it felt, even in its age, kind of fitting for the baby Grinch to be like almost scary in its alive,
Infantile.
not aliveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it helps cement the concept of the other for Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's not our first introduction, but it helps us know that he didn't grow into this. He always was this.
Yes.
Yes. And but going back to the aspect of detail that they put into this.
Yeah.
The umbrellas, every single person, even in that party, the party where they find the Grinch.
Yeah.
Like, you literally only see the face of one, but if you slow motion that scene, you see everybody's faces in there. Even for 30 seconds that is on film, everybody is in makeup.
Yeah, they definitely didn't skimp on the details,
Yeah.
which is something I'm super appreciative of.
And this is something I didn't realize until like the very end of the film. Every single adult Who has this tiny little button nose here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pointing at the tip of my nose because it basically
the
sits
bridge
right.
of the nose.
They basically sit right at the bridge. That means that to some degree they had to fully hide their actual nose under that prosthetic, be able to breathe, be able to act, and not sound muffled through the nose.
Right.
All three of those at once sound impossible.
Right?
Like that should not, or four. Sorry, I don't know how much I counted. All of those things at once should not be possible. That is a tall order.
Right, because that means they also had to alter the cheekbones,
Everything.
Like,
Everything had to be altered.
They altered the upper lip, the cheekbones, because they
Yeah,
brought it
to
up.
almost make like, you know how the Futurama face looks, where it's a nose and then it bloops.
Yeah.
All weird. It looks almost like that actually.
Yeah. I mean, they did a beautiful job,
Yeah,
and the fact that they applied it to every single
time.
actor.
It looked good. It
Yeah.
looked like natural. Like we know it's not natural because our human.
They looked like a weird subset of human.
Right.
Yes.
Not like some weird person wearing an outfit.
Yes, that's
Uh-huh.
that's exactly what I was trying to articulate.
And that's what you want to aim for when you're creating a new thing in a world like that. You don't want to aim for you don't want to aim for human plus or human minus. You want to aim for human alternate or inhuman. And the fact that they hit human alternate with the main village and human and not human with the main
villain
antagonist almost is a really cool concept because it's so other while still being so completely fucking here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely like they deserved every award they got and every nomination.
Yeah, no, and just
okay.
Fun little tidbit. Actually, the kids also had things.
Yeah.
They had it so that you could tell that they're trying to grow into their nose because the mayor even makes the comment of you haven't even grown into your nose. So they do add. I think they did add like a prosthetic to extend their lower lip. So that it looks like they need to grow into their nose.
Yeah. One thing I will say, one small critique that I had about the actual design of the costumes. One thing I might have pushed to change had I somehow been behind that set is a little bit more of a dichotomy between the Grinch's actual body fur and the weird fur on his neck. You don't really get to see that there's a discoloration until the Grinch gets into just the right light. And they did attempt to kind of spike it up and kind of make it look, but it's in some scenes, in most scenes, it's not enough just because they have him in such dark lighting.
Right.
And which is fine. It when they show him at the end of the movie with the bright light, it brings that out a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they should have taken that into account throughout the rest of the movie. That if they wanted to make the cinematic choice of having the bright light be some big reveal and really emphasize things that we would not have seen on him before, they should have taken that into account in his character design and made it more applicable to a dimmer lit setting. Yeah. And it just, that's my one critique. Every other portion of the suit, of everything, it gave the perfect silhouette. You see him walking in the shadows, you know exactly who he is without Jim Carrey even needing to be on screen.
Another critique I have, not of the Grinch and his costume and character design, but of the general Whoville. Whoville.
Oh, okay. The joke had to be made. It's almost an hour in. Over an hour in.
Yeah.
A little more differentiation between the upper class of Whoville versus the middle and lower class. Well, because they make a point of having the inner circle society, the upper influential people, and those characters itself are denoted as they have nicer clothing, they have they're put in satins and silks, kind of.
I think I will say this one thing, and I'm not discrediting. I don't know if you've taken this into account for your thing.
Sure.
So I want to hear what you say in response.
Sure.
The entirety of Whoville fit into about 2.5 full circles around that Christmas tree.
Okay.
It's a very small town. So
Okay, but
uh-huh.
as someone from a small town
Up north.
up north,
In modern day America.
Yep.
in modern day America.
So small town in the 60s was really small.
Okay, that's.
Okay, how about...
But I'm sure. But
Here,
you have to have
I got it.
other rich people to
let me
socialize
put
with.
it this
Okay.
way. If those 3 circles, because that's how you set up a marching band, that would have been my flute section, my clarinet section, and half of the trumpets.
Your marching band was also very big.
I know, but I'm saying that's not a lot of people for a whole band.
the way I saw it, not so much that it was rich people, poor people, because if you look at the way this town is set up, everybody sort of has the same sort of level. The only people that really stick out are Martha May and the mayor.
So are you
That's
saying
it.
it's like a post-scarcity society?
No, we're saying it's communism.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh.
Because if you look at it, everybody
Evil
else,
cackle from Jay.
everybody
In
else,
Soviet Russia, everyone sing Christmas song.
everybody else is at the same level. The police officer is at the same level as the mailman.
He's just an eco-friendly socialist that just wants everyone to get along already.
Oh my god, he really is just a tired gay millennial.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I interrupted. I got real hyped with that.
No, I mean it makes more sense because you don't really see classism at all throughout the film.
Which, quick side note, this is not to say that communism doesn't have class inequality. It does. It has a whole lot of flaws. We are not here backing any kind of economy. Get rid of all of them. Barter system. Barter system.
That too is an economy.
It is not. It's a barter system.
But it's
My stocks can't go up or down if it's about furs.
But what I'm saying is you don't see a level. The way that it's set up, because even when they're doing the Whovilation, you see them, we're doing the gift or pass her up over. So they pass it over to the next person in line. So the mayor, the first person to receive the gift.
It's like a white elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first person to receive the gift is going to be the cheermeister, which is not given.
Cheermeister?
Whatever.
Yeah, it's not given technically by the mayor. It's given by the mayor's assistant.
Yeah, because he thought it was going to be the mayor.
No, the mayor probably told him. The mayor
okay.
told him to
Well,
give
yeah.
it.
The mayor's got a bit of a Gaston syndrome.
Yeah.
And his assistant wanted to sing some songs about how
He's handsome.
No,
I don't know
what?
the rest of
Yeah.
them.
But so I feel like the assistant was told this
Was
is what
in
you're.
love with the mayor.
This is what you're. Oh, what I was gonna say is the mayor controls his little assistant. Yes, he's in love with him. I agree with you. You can see it throughout the whole film. He has this I love him. He doesn't love him, he idolizes him.
He has an infatuation at the very least.
Infatuation.
Yeah, he's that guy who, you know, that stereotypical nerd that will do anything for the job.
Brown noser.
Yes. So he's the brown noser. And I feel like at that moment, he would have gotten the mayor the car if it wasn't because the actual little girl Susie, no, Cindy, thank you, Cindy Lou, nominated the Grinch. So the mayor goes, if the Grinch shows up, get him this, out of spite.
Yeah. So it was a bait and switch. There were 2 separate boxes. One was for the actual ceremony going the perfect way that it should in Soviet Russia, and one was for if that commie bastard showed up. No. And one was, I'm going to redo that line because I said the wrong shit. I made a Soviet Russian joke and then said call me bastard in the same line.
If that socialist.
And one for if that socialist bastard showed up.
So the mayor's just boomers.
Yes.
The mayor is boomers!
So he, at this point that's why I don't see like this whole classism thing. Because literally the only people you see in a different like
If
silks
anything,
and anything like that is Martha and the mayor.
yeah. If anything, I think you would see blue collar versus white collar.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean
Rather
that's
than-
kind of what I meant. Like,
Because and I say that specifically because the blue collar family isn't necessarily worse off. They just can't afford the high end first gen tech.
right,
And so they're not worse off. They just don't have excess.
right.
Like excess. So also side note, the dedication to the mom having stolen every single light in the house
Oh my God, yes.
was almost flawless throughout the entire movie. I think the only time they put a light on in the house was when it was so dark they didn't have a choice, and they already decided to have Cindy Lou holding a mug, so she couldn't also be holding a candle.
Yes.
And that is the only time they strayed from that, but every other time someone has a candle in that house.
The mom's dedication, though, on the fact that she even stole a stoplight.
Yeah,
Literally.
she stole a fucking stoplight.
It was funny because when we were watching it, I made the comment of, why does the dad have a candelabra? They have electricity. They have Christmas lights. Why is it? And then we paused for a second, and I'm like, oh my God. The mom stole all the lights.
Because even when the mom and dad get home, or not mom and dad, Cindy and the dad get home, she goes, hey Cindy, can you go and unscrew the light bulb from the fridge? Because I forgot that one.
And the dad's like, don't do it.
Yeah, part of me excused the fact that they had a light in that one scene for like one of the boys just being like, listen, mom's asleep. I don't want to stub my toe again on that fucking desk, so I'm just sealing this light bulb and I'll put it back out tomorrow morning when she won't notice. I have no proof, but that is my headcanon for why that one light was on.
Or
Cindy Lou fucking knew and didn't say shit. She ain't no snitch.
Or they went out to the store and bought a singular pack of light bulbs.
No.
No.
She would have smelled them. She would have smelled them on the
She would
street.
have got them. Because
She would have been like my dad with AA batteries. Hey, what you got in that bag?
Nothing?
Them AA's?
Nope.
I can tell.
Nope.
I literally showed up to the house with a 4-pack of AA batteries to switch out my little spritzers in my room. And I walk in the door, my dad goes, did you get batteries?
Oh my God!
And I was like, I didn't know you were home! And he went, yeah, but like I need a AA battery. Do you have one? Is that what's in your bag? I looked at him in horror and went, they're mine! And he went, so you have some!
yes,
That is literally what would fucking happen if they walked into that house with a small thing of lights.
she'd be like, but that light bulb, right? Like, we're gonna put it in the decorations. I'm winning the light decoration this year. Give me the light bulbs.
Oh, good, you bought me more. Mom, this isn't for you. You bought me more. Uh-huh. Put the light bulb... Mom, please.
Put the light bulbs down and back away slowly.
Now, I know people may comment, because Cindy Lou did have a flashlight, the little flower flashlight, but I think her parents will let her have it because she's still at that age where you could still be
You need a
scared
nightlight.
You could still be scared of the dark. So that,
Also, kid's kind of smart. It might have just been hidden. She might have she's lived through a Christmas before. She might have been like, Mom's gonna go on a tirade to find every light. I might as well hide my fucking flashlight, which is another reason why she ain't no snitch.
Yeah, her brother's stealing one light bulb.
They steal one light bulb each to be able to see in exactly one room, and she gets to keep her fucking flashlight. They don't talk to anyone about it except each other, and when it's not even a talk, it's a head nod, a tilt, and a hand motion.
they're like,
They'll be like, okay.
you got the light bulb?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
One of the boys needs to borrow the fucking flashlight. They knock on her door, and it's a little like... And she goes, who knocks at the garden door?
Just passes the flashlight, don't trip on your way to the bathroom.
Yeah, basically.
Because, I mean, this mom.
No, that's definitely sibling solidarity of,
Yeah.
fuck, mom's going crazy again, alright.
I think mom goes crazy, like, the instant Thanksgiving's over. She's like, where's my
God,
fucking light
minutes.
bulbs?
Everyone else is like, ooh, Black Friday. She's like, ooh, lights!
Give me the lights!
That's what she feels like. But
oh my God.
the fact that they literally stuck to that, the fact that every single light in the house, I think there was one that would look like it was on a microwave or something, but I mean,
can't take the lights out of the microwave!
you can't.
Not with that attitude.
You should not.
You can. That's how you change them. You've never changed a light bulb in a microwave? They go out.
You can change the light of...
Yes!
Wait, no, you're shitting me.
No!
What?
They sell microwave lights. They go out. Every light goes out. It's just a fucking light.
No, I've had the microwaves die before the light goes out.
Me too.
Our light is currently out of my microwave because my dad refuses to fix it and refuses to let me near it. And welcome to my house. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, my microwave usually dies before the light.
Yeah.
I don't know
We
what
just
to
go
fucking tell
get
you.
a new one.
It's a thing.
I
used to work in cinema. We have microwave lights.
I'm so shocked.
This is, wow, 30 years of my life just got ruined by Jay's telling me that the frickin' microwave light can come out.
I was
I mean, you can
today's
also
years
get
old.
the fucking microwave fixed when it goes out.
No, we just buy a new one.
Buy a new one.
Okay, well.
Oh my god, we're the mayor.
No,
No, you're not. No.
Because I feel like microwaves are one of those things that, like... So here's how my family has always operated with microwaves. The microwave from New Jersey lasted us my whole life, so it never died.
Oh, where is it now?
It's somewhere in a dump, probably.
So not your whole life.
No, it went with my sister. It's in my sister's, and she probably got rid of it because she has a nice new one.
Okay.
But, then the one that was in my grandma's oven combo thing that died, but then the oven also needed replacing because it was really old and gross and stuff and wasn't cooking things properly. So then we just replaced that whole, like, the oven microwave combo thing, so I don't know.
Going into the fandom. What do you guys think?
They're a little feral.
Yeah, I don't have another way of saying this, but in my search, I did stumble upon some Onceler-esque bullshit.
Oh, yeah?
It's probably because of the new movie.
Yeah, there was some shipping fics that I stumbled across.
Do you know what the Onceler is?
No.
Oh,
okay,
no.
So it's the Lorax. You know that story?
Yes.
You know the movie they made based on it?
Yes.
Okay, so...
You know how they made the Onceler hot?
Or at the very least, a stereotypical, like, animated...
E-boy? I'll pull out the picture.
Or, yeah, it's fine.
I'm not connecting the dots for some reason.
Just be
Hold on.
careful on how you type it.
I'm just gonna type Onceler.
So be careful on how you type it! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. But get the normal version first.
This is the normal version.
No, that's him after he goes evil.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. That's him at the beginning of the movie.
At the beginning of the movie.
And that's him at the end of the movie. He goes, like, completely corporate.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't another male lead in the film for the fandom to ship him with. So they just shipped him with himself.
I forgot about that.
Like the good and bad version of
the good and bad version.
Stop it.
Here's some fan art.
Stop it.
So, like...
Please don't tell me they did that.
I mean, listen. Look at that screenshot. That's a screenshot from the movie. You're gonna look at me, and you're gonna tell me that they didn't with that backing and the leg position.
Good night, I'm leaving.
So there's a little bit of a Onceler type issue.
The Grinch and the Grinch?
The Grinch and the Grinch.
So this is not based on the new 2018.
Okay, so it depends.
The 2018, I would say people would ship him with the Axeman, his little friend.
I've not seen it. So I saw one where they were shipping the original Grinch with the 2018 one. And then I saw one where they drew a Jim Carrey version of a Grinch with the original. And I went, oh.
No, I even saw a 2000 Grinch shipped with the new Lorax. It was weird. Not the Lorax, but like the one slur.
Oh, good.
So they're so glad I actually the one that usually finds the weird shit in fandom.
No, we talked about this episode 1. You find a different brand of weird shit than I do.
Yes, okay, fair. But I
happened upon the same corner of Jay's fandom for once.
It's not my fandom. I do not claim them.
Your corner. You happened upon it.
Yeah, I searched for shit and I followed links to some weird shit.
See, thank God I just stuck with people just rewriting the story to fit what they want. And I am glad for that.
Anyway, long story short, the fandom ranges from haha funny relatable TikToks of like clips of the movie to like
what would I wear?
Yeah, to like relatable kind of memes to do not tread here territory unless you would like to find Once-Esque bullshit.
Yes.
Unless you want to test Rule 34. I think that's the rule.
Yep.
If you want to test Rule 34, just keep digging. You'll find it. Just keep digging. Just keep digging. Anyway, if you don't want to test Rule 34, dig a moderate amount and back the fuck off.
Find the funny memes. Don't stray too far from
the beaten path.
There's, the monologue of, but what do I wear?
Yeah.
I can't skip that again. That whole monologue.
Yeah, that's a great monologue. Wow,
I'm sorry.
I'm a little...
Why is he eating a person?
We're not...
There's, the whole shaving the bully's head memes.
Yes.
That's all good. That's all good. Don't go much deeper than that. I promise you don't want, unless you do, and then
unless that's
God bless.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm. So the fandom, I'm going to give a spicy light rating. Spicy light. If you trip down the wrong holes, you will get stuck in spicy territory. But aside from that, it's not too bad. It's usually just funny stuff. I also saw a lot of like makeup stuff.
Yes.
A lot of people trying to recreate either the live action or their interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
The just recreations of the hairstyles from the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
The cosplay community from this is absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it only comes out during Christmas.
Yes.
But
it comes out during...
When they arrive.
Good shit.
Yeah. It comes out all the time.
Yeah.
You just don't see it as often until Christmas comes.
Right.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen.
This is so bad. Okay, on the count. No. It went ba. On the count of 3, 2 knocks. 1, 2, 3. Much better.
The courts are in session. I'll let you start.
Okay, I can start. Good, wholesome. Jim Carrey is delightful in this. Light, pleasant. Just
are you describing a wine?
I know.
It's good. I liked it a lot. Still describing a wine.
I know. Except it's wine with Jim Carrey in it, so now I'm a little.
Please continue. I'm curious. What does this wine taste like?
Oh, it's got a nice.
I'm waiting for the aroma.
Holly scent.
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
With a sprig of
If you say anything other than onion, I'm leaving.
I was gonna say banana peel, but
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
fine, go ahead.
You know, a seasick crocodile.
It lays down well, you know. Put it in your wine cellar for a few years.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay.
All right, Jay, what do
And
you...
then you're rate yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. As someone who grew up on this shit, having an idol that also fucking hates the Christmas season was honestly very cathartic. I really liked this little green gremlin who just hated the holiday season because it was a mood. When the new one came out, I can't necessarily remember whether or not I liked it or not when it first came out. I think I did because I have fond feelings when thinking about it. But on the rewatch, Jim Carrey can do no wrong in my book. Asterisk, unless he does wrong. So, with that being said, the movie took a couple of liberties that, while not the most divinely executed, made sense and flowed well. Mm-hmm. And they also stuck pretty damn close to the source material while also keeping all the characters in character outside of the source material. Yes. So I would give this a full-on yes. If anything, just to see the cute dogs do their shit. I really liked getting to kind of look and see if I could tell a difference between the dogs before I, looked up any of the facts for them. Just to see if... And I was convinced that they were all the same dog. I flat out said it. I was like, they gotta have only one dog. And they don't. They have 6. So if you go through and try to find all 6 dogs, it's a pretty fun game. Let me know if you find any differences. I give this a 10 out of 10 yes.
Myra?
So, this is a classic. Like, every Christmas we watch it. Yes. I'm that weird. Look, I'm that person that there are certain films, unfortunately, that we have been talking about lately that
it's the holiday season.
This is not one of those. This is not like Nightmare Before Christmas that I do watch a lot. But I at least watch it once or twice during the Christmas season, and the reason seriously, it's my mom's favorite.
Listen. Next year, maybe we can do the Muppets Christmas Carol, and then we can talk about, my Christmas movie.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But the Grinch is one of those classic, when it came out, my mom thought it was very unique for us to see it, especially because she always read the book to us.
Sure.
So for me, it brings joy. It was greatly executed from day one. From when I first saw it, I thought this was an amazing step towards a film that adapted a book so well in the aspect of how they told the portion of the book that is the film. I like that they took the liberty to give you this background to the Grinch on why the Grinch does hate Christmas, and it makes it more relatable. And so, I'm still gonna watch it next year. My mom's probably gonna make us watch it again, like this upcoming week, just because of it's Christmas.
It's almost Christmas.
Yeah. And she wants the dogs to watch it.
Oh my. I'm sorry. Dogs don't necessarily need to watch.
I know.
You know what? You say that, but my cat literally sat through the entirety of Doctor Strange, watching the film with rapt attention.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Which one? Perry?
Kiwi.
Oh.
She sat still for the entirety of the film and went, ooh, and kept looking around at things on the screen. She has done it again. It's a repeatable thing.
Yeah, Cora does that to the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
And don't ever... Pets do weird shit sometimes. We don't know why.
We have not found Waldo's niche yet. But
niche?
Yes. You knew what I meant. But Cora loves the live-action Beauty and the Beast. But The Grinch, my mom will put it on and we're going to watch it. It's a film that, even as an adult, I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Once I have kids, if I ever have kids, I'm going to fucking make them I'm going to force them to watch it.
Oh God, Mom's gone crazy!
No, the reason I say that is because, in the comments we did see that a lot of people are like, ooh, The Grinch is scary. Bitch, he's supposed to be scary. But you're supposed to love him because he's scary.
He's very much a cautionary tale.
Yes. And, but yeah, I give this film, like Jay said, a 10 out of 10. Yes, definitely watch it. Like, if you enjoy the holiday season, this is a very good holiday season. Or if you enjoy Dr. Seuss.
Or if you don't.
Grinch is relatable.
Yes.
Jenna, I'm sorry. I just, up until, like, the very last, like, 7 minutes of the movie is where it loses me because he suddenly gives a shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, the whole scene where he's rolling around in the snow going, I'm feeling!
Okay, yeah, no, up until when he goes up to the fucking mountain, he does his shit, and then he goes back down. When he's going back down the mountain, that's when they lose me. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm out.
No longer relatable.
Sorry, go ahead, Mara.
But no, I agree. Well, I don't agree that he loses me, but yeah. So
listen, we understand that you are all about those holidays. You are a holiday bitch, and we love you for it.
No.
I mean that affectionately. Excuse you.
I know,
Madam.
I know. I am that person. I enjoy the holidays. I think it's because out of the three of us, I have a very different holiday season experience than you guys. I hope next year if we don't have to do COVID, or at least we have vaccines.
Oh my god.
You guys are more than welcome to join us for Christmas, so you can see what my Christmas is like, and you can escape from your family. We will give you an excuse to be like, but Myra.
I'll just drag my gay cousins and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be.
The gay cousins, get in the car!
So, without further ado, we present to you the 3 yeses from the judges.
Please go watch this movie. It's great.
Even if you're not a huge fan of Christmassy stuff, this is the perfect medium. Your Christmas friends will get their Christmas feels. Your non-Christmas friends will get their non-Christmas feels, and you'll get some funny stuff.
So that's 3 yeses from the judges.
Yes.
Woo! Unanimous.
Yay!
Woo. We're finally back on the streak, you guys. Alright, so, without further ado,
we've had our snacks.
We've said our facts.
We told you if you should watch that. See you next week.
Have you ever been in a situation where you knew you had to act a certain way, but when you got there, you didn't know if you could go through with it?